Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today you're going to be doing a cook with me, and I'm making cowboy meatloaf. If you like this recipe, make sure you give it a thumbs up at the end, and don't forget to subscribe.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do
Like I said, we're going to be making cowboy meatloaf, and this is all the things that you'll need to do that. First are the seasonings, which is black pepper, seasoning salt or seasoning all will work too. You'll need some French fried onions, 2 eggs, a medium size onion, some russet potatoes, some breadcrumbs, I'm using Italian, some barbecue sauce, and ground beef. I'm using 3 pounds, and also a pan to put it in. So first we're going to start by cutting up the onion. As you can see here, I'm going to peel off the skin, and I'm going to go ahead and dice it up into smaller pieces. You can dice it up into whatever sizes you like. My family likes it a little bit smaller. And then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put it to the side so I can work on another piece.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself, and I see you shine in every color.
Alright, and there's the onions all diced up. So next I'm going to take my ground beef, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my seasonings. I don't really measure what I put in. I just kind of put in what we like to taste. So definitely do that with any seasonings that you do put in this meatloaf. Put it to the taste that you would like. Then you're going to go ahead and take the breadcrumbs, and you're going to put in 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And I didn't measure like completely, slice it off 1 cup. It's just an estimated 1 cup. And then I go ahead and put my 2 eggs in there. And then after my 2 eggs, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my barbecue sauce. Now, I'm using honey barbecue sauce. You can use original, you can use mesquite. It's up to you on the flavor that you want it to have. This just kind of gave it one, a sweeter taste, and I put in 1 cup. I didn't measure it because I kind of know how much to put in. And then next I'm going to put in the fried onions, and I use about 1/2 can of that. And this is a normal size can that you would purchase. And then I'm going to put in the regular onions, and of course I'm going to get in there with my hands. But first we're going to take off our rings, and you're just going to get in there. Using your hands definitely will make it easier to mix all the seasonings and everything around and get all the goodness around up in there. And then after you do mix it all up, you're going to go ahead and put it in the pan. Once you put it in the pan, you don't have to grease the pan. Just put it in the pan and flatten it as much as you can around the whole thing. You'll notice that these 3 pounds did fill up this whole entire pan. I'm not quite sure the size on this pan. I want to say it's like an 11 by 14. But it did fill up the whole entire bottom with a nice thickness. And that's what you see here. So then after I go ahead and do this, I had already been preheating my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and take my meatloaf, and I'm going to stick it in there. And we're going to go ahead and set the timer for 20 minutes.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes.
Now, I did this previously to putting in my meatloaf, but what you're going to want to do is take out some potatoes, and you're going to want to wash them off, give them a good scrub, peel them, and then you're going to cut them into pieces to make mashed potatoes out of them. So as you can see here, I'm just cutting them up, and I'm going to be putting them in my water after I give them one last rinse after cutting them.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you spin around, you laugh.
Now I do use a little salt in my water to help it boil and help bring a little flavor to the potatoes while they are cooking. And I put them in there and we just wait for them to cook. And now back to the meatloaf. 20 minutes has passed and we're going to pull it out. It's going to be a nice golden brown, just like a meatloaf should look. And you're going to pull it out and then you're going to finish with the mashed potatoes at that time. So I do put milk and butter and I mash it all up until it's a nice consistency. And then what you're going to want to do after that is layer it on top of your meatloaf. So as you can see here, I'm just pulling it all out of the pot and laying it with a nice layer on top, and I'm going to use all the potatoes that I did cook to make that. Now, one ingredient I didn't show you at the beginning is going to be using some type of cheese. You can use any type of cheese that you want. I'm going to be using cheddar jack cheese that I got from Costco. And you just sprinkle it on top of that layer of mashed potatoes. And then you're going to go ahead and put your oven on broil. And make sure your broil is on high so that it gets that cheese all nice and melty. You're going to put that back into the oven. And then you're going to set your timer for 5 minutes like I just showed. After the 5 minutes, go ahead and pull it out and it's going to be nice and bubbly and just perfect. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope your family enjoys it. If you did like it, like I said, leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked about it or give us a nice recipe that you have. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.